All right. Good morning. Good morning. Happy birthday, Juliana. Awesome. Congrats. What's up, Ben? What's up, Parker? Sorry, I'm running a little behind this morning. I actually lost track of time. I was on the phone. Sorry about that. Today, we are going to focus on our stances and our turns for our forms. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each form. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but we're going to focus on the turns that happen in that form. And we're going to practice those because that's the thing I notice you guys struggle with the most is the turns in your forms. So that's going to be our focus today. We're going to get a really good stretch in, and then we're going to get to that. It's going to be a lot of leg work because holding stances will wear out your legs, so just keep that in mind. But I wanted to focus on a little bit more specific on the technique and the turning motions of each form because when I'm teaching you guys in class, that's what we seem to be struggling with the most. As an update, what's up, Bentley? As an update for the outdoor practices and things like that, I got a lot of email responses. So we are going through them in order and awarding spots as they came in. So as the emails came in. So whoever got to us first, we'll get those first class spots. And we will communicate with you guys probably at some point today to let you know which session you're going to be in and things like that. So be patient. We're working on this. It's a new thing for us to be trying out, but we are going to get that going. Also, the MMA care, where your parents can drop you off with us and we watch you for the day. The first week to sign up for that is starting June 1st. You can sign up for that week starting right now. But remember, you can only sign up on a per day basis. If you need more than one day, you have to let us know, and we're going to prioritize the entire student base, and we only have about 8 spots per day. So we are going to give everybody a chance to sign up for those those daycare setup. So if you want those spots, okay, and you need more than one day at a time, still let us know. We'll work with you. As long as there's space available, we can slide you into multiple days, but we got to give everybody a chance to get in here for that. So the parking lot practices or outdoor practices, and then the MMA care stuff we're working on. We will be communicating with you guys today for the parking lot stuff to get that going. So yeah, that's it. Let's get going with our warm-up. We're going to get a good stretch in first. Okay. All right, hands on your waist, neck rotations, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hip rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arm across. Give it a pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arm rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Feet together. Touch your toes for 3 seconds and then rock back for 3 seconds. Go. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and come back. 1, 2, 3, and down. 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3, and down. 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. All right, down onto one knee. Let's get that lunge stretch. Reach forward. We're going to hold it for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch them. And hip down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And switch. And now let's get to our front split. Both legs as straight as you can make them. And go as low as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And switch up. Again, both legs as straight as you can make them. And stretch down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Up, and let's get to a straddle stretch. Legs out side to side as wide as you can go. And stretch down to the middle. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over to one side. Head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Come on up. Shake out your legs. All right. Okay. So, like I said, today we're going to focus on an aspect of our forms, which is our turns. Okay. This is the part that most of you guys seem to struggle with when you're doing your form. So I'm going to go through each form and the various styles of turning and stances, and we're going to review them. Okay. So starting with Hanu 1. All right. So when you start Hanu 1, you do a down block, then you do a punch, and then you do a front leg full turn. Okay. So that's the one we're going to practice first. So you're going to be in a front stance. We'll face this way. And put your leg that's closest to me in front. Okay? So we're in our front stance here. Now, a front leg full turn means I'm facing this way. When I finish, I'm going to be facing the opposite direction. Okay? So it's a front leg turn, which means I'm going to use my front leg. So I'm in my front stance, my front knee is bent, my back leg is straight. When I turn, I pick this foot up, and I spin this way. Okay? And then I finish facing the opposite direction. Okay? Let's try it again. So we're here in our front stance. This front foot, let me make sure it's in the shot. This front foot, pick it up, spin around towards me. Okay? And then finish facing the opposite direction. That back foot stayed in the same spot, and my toes just turned to face the opposite direction. Now, if I switch my feet, because you do it with both legs, if I switch my feet, now my left foot is in front. If I do a front leg full turn, I pick this foot up, and I spin back the other direction. Okay? And I finish again facing here. So a full turn means I'm turning all the way to the other side. All right, so let's switch our leg and try it again. Front leg, pick it up. Move all the way to the other side. Bang. And switch, and let's try the other foot. Front leg, pick it up. Spin all the way around. Face the other way. And we'll do it 2 more times. Front leg, pick it up. Spin all the way around. Switch them. Front leg, pick it up. Spin all the way around. Face the other way. So that's our front stance, full turn with our front leg. Now we're going to do a half turn with our front leg. So again, we're going to be here. And instead of spinning all the way to face the other side, we're going to go halfway and face forward. So a front leg half turn, I'm going to pick up my front foot and point it at the screen, okay? Back, here. Okay, so let's go back, let's try it again. So we're here, I take my front foot, and I move it to the screen. And I'm in my front stance. Okay, now if I switch my feet, in my front stance here, and I do a half turn, I pick up my front foot, and I'm going to go halfway, so that would be pointing this direction here. Pick it up, back. I've turned halfway. So switch my feet again. Let's try it again. Front foot, move it halfway in my front stance. Switch. Front foot, move it halfway in my front stance. Switch. Front foot, move it halfway in my front stance. Front foot, move it halfway in my front stance. Okay? So a full turn with our front foot goes from one direction all the way to the opposite side. A half turn with my front foot goes from one direction halfway to the opposite side. Okay? So thus the half turn. The last style of turn in the white belt form, Hanyu 1, is our back leg half turn. So we're in our front stance here. Or I'll try this foot first for you guys. We're in our front stance here. My back foot has to move behind me. Okay? And I should finish facing this way. Okay? So I'm going to take this back foot and I'm going to step over here to my right. Like that. And now my legs are crossed. So all I have to do, my feet stay where they are. We're just going to spin on our feet. And I finish facing this way. All right, so let's try that again. Reset. Okay. So we're here. I take my back foot and I move it over here. Then I just untwist my body so I'm facing this way. Let's try it again. We're here. My back foot, I step, and then I untwist my body in my front stance. One more time on that leg. My back foot steps here. Untwist my body. Here. Good. Now put the other foot in front. Okay? Now my back leg will step here. Then I untwist my body and finish in a front stance. Okay? Let's try it again. My back foot steps here. Untwist my body in my stance. Let's go again. My back foot moves over here. Untwist my body. I'm facing this direction. And one last time. Back foot moves here. Untwist my body. All right, to recap, Hanyu 1. We have the front-legged full turn. Front foot full turn. All the way to the opposite side. We have the front foot half turn. So we turn halfway. And then we have the back foot half turn. Okay? The difference between the full turn, you are facing one way, you spin all the way over to the opposite direction, so that's a 180-degree turn. Okay? And then the half turn is a 90-degree turn. So you're turning half that distance. Okay, so that's the two types, full turn, half turn. Okay, for Hanyu 1 anyway. Now, moving on, yellow belt form, Taekwondo 1. Okay. Also, if you're not a Taekwondo student, or you're only white belt, you can still follow along with me for all these other turns. Doesn't hurt to know them, but you won't be tested on those items, so just keep that. Okay. All right. So in Taekwondo 1, we have a new stance, not just front stance. We also have walking stance, which is called walking stance because you look like you're walking. That's walking stance. Okay. So we have a walking stance full turn, which is the same as our front stance front leg full turn, Okay? But you're in a shorter stance. It's actually easier. Okay? Pick up your front foot, spin around. Switch. Pick up your front foot, spin around. That's all it is. Okay? Pretty self-explanatory. That's not the one that people struggle with. Most of you guys have that down. The next turn, we also have a half turn from a walking stance to a front stance. Again, this one, most people don't really struggle with. So we just move, and we step big, and we finish in a front stance. Okay? Different view here. We move, we step big, and we finish in the front stance. Again, that's the same turn we just did in Hanu one. Well, we just are modifying the stance. The one that people struggle with is the back foot half turn, but it's in the front. So instead of like we did in Hanu one, where we move behind us, in Take one, we're going to move in front of us. And this one, a lot of people struggle. So we're going to spend a good amount of time on this. Okay? So let's get into our front stance. I'll do this side first. It's a little easier for you guys. Our front stance. So our back foot is going to do most of the work here. Okay? Front foot is going to stay in the same position. The only thing your front foot is going to end up doing is turning our toes so they look that way. Okay? So my back leg is going to slide up in line almost with my front foot. And then both of my toes are going to point to this side. Bam. And now I'm in a walking stance. Okay? So let's try that. We're in our front stance here. We bring our back foot up, and then we turn everything over. Let's try that again. We're in our front stance here. We bring our back foot up, turn everything over. Okay? Eventually, you want to make it one fluid motion, just like that. But for now, make it 2 steps. Step up, and then turn. Okay? One more time on this side. Move up, then turn. Good. Now let's try the opposite foot, because you do have to do this in Take one with both sides. Okay? So we're here. Move our front foot up, and then turn everything over. Okay? Now, if you notice, your back foot becomes your front foot in this turn, because it slides up, and then when I turn, now this foot's in front of me. So my back foot becomes the front foot. Okay, so let's try this again. We're here, slide up, and then pivot over, and reset. Let's try it again, ready? Back foot slides up, pivot over. And one more time. Back foot slides up, pivot over. Good. The last turn, and this one, people seem to struggle with a lot as well, is another variation of that front foot half turn. But instead of going to our shoulder side, which is what we did in Hanu one, okay, our shoulder side, we're going to go across our chest with our front foot. Okay, so you're in a walking stance facing the screen, this leg in front. What I'm going to do is move my front foot across my chest so I finish facing that way. So I pick this foot up, and I step this way, and I finish in a front stance. So let's go back. Okay? So I take my front foot, move it across my chest, bang, in a front. Reset. One more time. I take my front foot, move it across my chest, bang, finish in the front. All right? Let's try the other foot just in case. Front foot across my chest, front stance. Again, front foot across my chest, front stance. And one more time, front foot across my chest, front stance. All right, very good. Now take 2, okay? All of those turns happen for the most part in Take 2 as well. You have your full front leg turn. You have your back leg open side turn. Okay? where it slides up and goes over, just like we did with that last one. Okay, so you have that in Taekwondo 2 as well. You have the back-legged half turn, and then we have our first time doing this one, our back foot full turn. Okay, so we're here in a walking stance in Taekwondo 2, and then my back foot moves across my back. Okay, over like this. It still stays in the same line here. I just move it over on that line. Then I have to turn my toes in the other direction. Okay, so let's try that again. We'll do this from this direction. So our back foot moves across the line closer to the screen here. And then I turn my toes so they face the other way. Okay, so let's try that again. My back foot moves across, and then I turn my toes. Okay, you'll hear me say pivot a lot. So when I say pivot, that means turn your toes. So back foot moves across and then pivot. Back foot moves across and then pivot. Back foot moves across and then pivot. Okay, so that's the only tricky turn in Taekwondo 2 that you haven't already done before, which is why a lot of people think Taekwondo 2 is easier than Taekwondo 1, myself included there, because Taekwondo 1 does such a good job preparing you. So Taekwondo 2 becomes a little bit easier of a form. And looks like we're out of time, but tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off on these turns and form stuff, because I really want to hammer these turns home. I'll do a good review of what we did today, tomorrow, and then we'll add to it with Taekwondo 3 and above. Okay, so for my Taekwondo students, that'll be a good help. If you're not a Taekwondo student, you can still benefit from this stuff because it helps you with your footwork and coordination and balance and all that other fun stuff. So keep that in mind as you practice. Make this part of your practice. If you have trouble with a form or a part of a form, do that part over and over again until it's not as challenging. Okay, so keep up with it. And big happy birthday again to Juliana, 10 years old. That's a big step. So nicely done. Coach Dustin will be on in just a minute with Gym Ninjas lesson plan. And then I'll be back at 12:15 along with Coach Dustin for our conditioning workout. And then we have the Twitch stream at 4 p.m. That you guys can watch along with us. And no Zumba today. So that's it. I'll see you guys in a little bit.